Ethan Gray was known as the most ruthless CEO in the city. He had everything, money, power, and fame, but inside, he was empty. Every night he returned to a penthouse that echoed with silence, haunted by memories of a broken family he once lost. He buried himself in work, never allowing emotions to enter his heart again. To the world, he was cold. To himself, he was simply alone. One rainy evening, fate intervened. Ethan's black car stopped near a small bakery on a quiet street. He wasn't there for pastries, he hated sweets, but something caught his eye. A tiny girl, no older than 7, stood outside holding a ragged teddy bear, her clothes soaked in rain. She wasn't crying, just staring at the warm lights inside the bakery as though she belonged nowhere. Ethan stepped closer, curious yet distant. The girl noticed him and whispered softly, "Sir, do you know where I can find a papa?" Ethan froze. He had heard many things in his life, business deals, betrayals, boardroom lies. But never such an innocent question aimed at him. The girl continued, "I don't have a papa. Mommy works late, people say every child needs a daddy. Can you be mine? Just for today?" Her eyes shone with desperation, and her voice cracked with longing. For the first time in years, Ethan's heart trembled. Something about her innocence pierced through the fortress of steel he had built around himself. He didn't know why, but he took off his coat and wrapped it gently around her shoulders. "Where is your mother?" Ethan asked. "At the bakery, she works there. I just wait here sometimes." When her mother, Lily, rushed out and saw her daughter with Ethan, she panicked. Lily was a single mom struggling to make ends meet, her pride never allowing her to beg for help. She apologized to Ethan, embarrassed. But Ethan, surprisingly, wasn't angry. He was intrigued. That night, he left the bakery with a thought he couldn't shake. The girl's innocent words, "Can you be my daddy?" echoed inside him, louder than the applause he ever got in boardrooms. For the first time in a decade, he wondered if life could mean something more than contracts and cold walls. Days turned into weeks. Ethan found excuses to visit the bakery. At first, he told himself it was for the coffee. Then, maybe, for the quiet. But deep down, it was for her, the little girl named Mia. Every time she ran to him shouting, "Daddy Ethan," something inside him melted. Lily was cautious. She didn't trust easily, especially wealthy men who thought they could buy anything. But Ethan wasn't trying to buy. He was trying to feel. Slowly, he began helping Mia with homework, telling her bedtime stories when Lily worked late, and even showing up at her school recitals. The girl's laughter began to heal the scars in his heart. Yet not everything was simple. The board of Ethan's company saw his new distraction as weakness. Rivals whispered that the ruthless CEO was losing his edge. Even Lily, despite her growing feelings, reminded herself that Ethan didn't belong in their world. But Mia, sweet, innocent Mia, didn't care about worlds or status. She just wanted love. One evening, as Ethan prepared to leave, Mia clutched his hand tightly and whispered again, "Please don't go. I don't have a papa, can you be my daddy forever?" Her words shattered the last piece of his resistance. For the first time in years, Ethan's eyes filled with tears. He knelt, hugged her, and promised, yes. Forever. But as the three of them stood together, a storm brewed outside, not of rain, but of challenges that would test whether love was strong enough to heal the wounds of the past.